And because we could not use the 625 on Y3, you get it here. Okay. So first time you get a 600 series, but not just any 600 series. You're getting something with a Cryo 250 architecture. You get an incredibly powerful chip, the Snapdragon 632. The 632 is based on the Cryo 250 architecture. You've got 4 performance cores running a custom architecture of the ARM A73. These are high performance cores. And you've got 4 battery efficiency or power efficiency cores which are running on A53. So the Cryo architecture is really bumping it up. In fact, if you look at the other devices around the Redmi 7, we did some comparison in terms of Geekbench scores. So if you look at the 7870 that's there on the Samsung M10 or the P22 on the Vivo Y93, from both single core and multi-core scores, it absolutely destroys the others. And not just from Geekbench/CPU scores, even if you look at Antutu, which is more of an overall system benchmark, the Redmi 7 is on a different level altogether. In fact, this also becomes the first Redmi to cross 100,000 in terms of benchmarks. So massive jump in terms of performance. The other thing, and this is something that we've been talking to our Mi fans very regularly for the last 6-7 months, was the battery life. Now on the Redmi 5, you got a Snapdragon 450, and we combined it with a 3300 mAh battery. On the Redmi 6, it was on a Helio P22, and it was combined with a 3000 mAh battery. With Redmi 7, we've decided to go back to 4000. And of course, with that, you have all the software optimizations that come in giving you incredible battery life, the longest lasting Redmi phone that you've seen. Not just that, what you get is amazing stats. Again, 17 days of standby, 40 hours of music playback, 41 hours of voice calling. So if I look at it from a power perspective, it's unbeatable. It's a Snapdragon 625 based on the Cryo architecture, and you've got a 4000 mAh 2-day battery coming in. Now that's from a power performance perspective. Moving to the camera, again, a big jump here. You get AI dual cameras at the back as well. So you get a 12 megapixel camera with a large 1.25 micron pixel size and a depth of field camera, which is a 2 megapixel. Looking at some of the results here, they're absolutely stunning. So this one, of course, is shot in Kerala. It looks absolutely stunning. It's amazing a device from the Redmi series can now do this. We've come a long way in the last 5 years. So you see the entire dynamic range coming in here. Even the sky and the clouds are still visible. And on the other side, you can even see the shadows under the trees. It's an incredible shot, incredible camera overall. And when it gets a little darker, from a night shot perspective also, so this is shot again on the Redmi 7, and this is in Beijing. You can again see the overall clarity. The noise levels around the buildings are hardly there. Incredible cameras that you can get with the Redmi 7. And you get AI portrait mode. You get amazing portraiture. You get a really good edge detection coming in with this beautiful depth of field. On this camera, a couple of other shots. If you look at his hair, his ears, all of that is clearly marked out from the background. And again, the AI semantic segmentation kicks in, does an incredible job. Again, for the first time ever on the Redmi series, you're getting scene detection as well. We're really stepping it up in terms of camera here. So you get AI scene detection. It is also able to detect 33 different categories. Case in point, let's take a look at this particular shot. Now, this is a skyline. It's in London. And what you've got is with scene detection off and a pretty good shot overall. But when you take the same shot with scene detection on, it enhances the overall building, blues up the skies, overall making a much better image. The Redmi 7 will also come with full high definition recording at the back at 60 frames per second. So again, like I said, Makhan. And from the front, we are stepping it up from the 5 megapixel on the Redmi 6 to a 8 megapixel AI selfie in the front as well. So almost everything has been bumped up, and you get some incredible selfies, including the one that you see inside the phone there. A few more examples. The overall detailing on a face, as well as if you look at the bushes on the side, that light also has been captured well. So it does really well from a dynamic range perspective. And of course, with the front camera, you also get portrait shots. So you get portrait shots from the front camera like this. It looks incredibly amazing. You have AI face unlock as well, built in. So from a camera's perspective, you get a 12+2 at the back. It's a large 1.25 micron. You have AI scene detection. You have AI portrait mode. You've got full HD recording at 60 frames per second. The selfie camera has been bumped up as well. So you have auto HDR, you have AI beautify, you have AI portrait mode even in the front. Another first for the Redmi series is the all-new design. We are also, you've come to know how the Redmi series has been from the 1S time all the way to the Redmi 6. We are changing it completely. So you get an all-new design on the Redmi 7, on the Redmi 7, and the same Redmi Note Aura design coming in here. Our biggest screen so far has been around 5.5 inches with the Redmi 5, Redmi 6. We are stepping it up. With the Redmi 7, you get a 6.26. And not just that, it's going from an 18:9 to a 19:9 with a dot notch. You get a high contrast ratio and a bright, vibrant display. Now this display also, because like I said, we don't compromise on quality, is with Corning Gorilla Glass 5. Again, a first in its segment. Now this display being awesome, we've also got the reading mode certified by TUV, so it cuts out blue light, lets you sleep a lot better. And when it came to the craftsmanship of the Aura design, we took a slight detour. So you saw the Aura prism on the Y3. On this, you call something called Aura smoke. So imagine if two colored smoke come in together to form this pattern. It looks absolutely stunning. In fact, I don't think I can explain it better than we can show it. So amazing combination of red and black combined with matte black frame. It looks absolutely stunning. It's nothing like you've seen before. And especially for the Redmi series, it's a massive departure from the design language that we've come to know. And this color is called the Lunar Red. Looks great. We've got one more color with the Aura Smoke philosophy. And this one is going from a darker shade of blue to a lighter one with that entire smoke effect coming in. This one is called the Comet Blue. And of course, as the key option, we also have black, or the Eclipse Black. So it's classy, it's traditional, and of course, most sought out. We've not forgotten the functional aspects of Aura design. In the Redmi 7, you still have a headphone jack, you still have the IR blaster, and you get a 2+1 card slot as well. You have a fingerprint sensor. Surprisingly, some phones in this price segment forgot about that. We've kept it. Talking about quality, we still have a splash-proof P2I coating. So you're protected against that with the buttons and all the ports protected. So overall, from a design perspective, you've got a largest display that we've ever put on the Redmi series. You have a 6.26 HD Plus with dot notch. You have a brighter display, more contrast ratio coming in, protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5. You've got Aura Smoke design, giving you that incredible lunar red. And we've got still all the elements of a functional design that is needed, that was asked by our fans to us. So that is the Redmi 7. The biggest upgrade that we've ever done in terms of performance, an amazing 4000 mAh battery, bump up on the cameras, a complete departure on the design, and the biggest display we've ever put on the Redmi 7. So here's a video that captures all of this, and then I'll invite Manu back on stage.
Oh!